What's up, motherfuckers? Yeah. You guys remember the time, right? You guys remember the time big old fucking Balin fucking Gypsy beat the shit out of Deontay Wilder's son? When he fucked you up, put his whole glove in your ass. Ah! Salute to everybody. My man Giuseppe, no doubt. My man Gerson. Everybody else on the check-in, no doubt. Hit the like. Everybody else keep doing. This is the Remember the Time Deontay Wilder got his ass whooped stream. You thought I wasn't gonna fucking celebrate this with you guys, man? Get the fuck out of here. Ah! Fury said it seemed like heaven, so I did it. And do you remember? He fucked you up. He put his whole hand in your butt. Ah! I bet you remember. Ah! Yo, what's going on, everybody? I'm Ricardo the Boxing Jet. I'm welcome to the Insight. No, this is the stream where we're just gonna bug out and have a good time and just go back to the day that we all remember. We gotta look at this day like this was a cherry pick on bag, bro. No matter how you put it, it was a cherry pick on bag. I bet you remember that. I don't remember that. Yo, Wilder ass handed to him. There's nothing anybody can say but exactly what Giuseppe said. I'll never forget. We will never forget. Can't forget this. This was an ass, a royal ass whooping, bro. I'm talking, I'm talking, I'm talking. Excuse City can't look himself in the mirror can't look at himself in the mirror anymore. I'm talking his whole pride, his whole pride, son. His whole fucking pride. Exactly. His whole fucking pride, son. And what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna treat you to something. I'm gonna treat you to something. We're gonna look at the fucking highlights, bro. We're gonna look at the highlights. And when we do this, I want you guys to remember something. Remember the time when Fury got his ass beat. Got up, put the beats on, continue putting the beats on motherfucking Wilder. And then the second fight, oh boy, let's take a look. Oh, good shot. Oh, what happened? What happened? What happened? What happened? What happened? He got on up. My man got up. He said, "It's time to go to work." Look at Wilder's face, huh? Oh my God, what am I gonna do? Right. And then he started see, but this is why he got boop. Uh, figured him out, right? Figured him out. Figured him out. Boop boop. Figured him out. You take that 4-piece McNugget with you, right? Figured him out. Got robbed. Got fucking robbed. And then this happened. Then this happened. Then this happened. This motherfucker here, bro. What the hell is that? Oh, the jab. Oh, could get past it. Hold that. Hold that. Hold that. Hold that. Hold. Oh, 1-2. Early two. That was round two. Round two. This motherfucker's. Then boom. Oh, again. Hold that. And those are wide. Oh. Holy crap. Hold that. Egg weights. You see egg weights? Oh, he tried to UFC him. Hold that. Hold that. Straight to the body. Nice body shot. Oh, Wilder. Take a leg. Hold that. Hold that. Oh, hold this. Oh, hold that. Fucking Batman. Hold that. That should look like a Rocky shot. Oh, hold that. He's beating him the fuck up, son. He beat him. Oh, body shot. It made you bounce. Boom. Watch this. Oh, this was the end of the fight. There goes Sophia. There goes Sophia with another man. Sophia's with Electro Jed. What's going on, my brother? I'm gonna be passing out the motherfucking link. Whoever wants to join me on this motherfucking stream where we're going over what the fuck happened to Wilder this day. Everybody knows what happened. No, I paused it. Electro. Paused it to talk to you. But there goes the link. Anybody want to join? You're more than welcome to. But check this shit out. There goes Sophia with another man. See, but this title right here, which is the Ring Magazine, right? This title right here had no value because if you look at the rules state you have to be active within 90 days. You know what I mean? I understand nobody had beaten him, but at the same time, he wasn't around. This should have been fought for, but it never was. But let's go back to that historic day. Let's go back. Let me take it back. Let's get it. Yeah, that's an ass whooping. What's up, Ross Cloud? What's going on? No doubt. Y'all remember this, right? Y'all remember this? Hold that. Straight. No. Hold the jab. Hold the jab. Hold that. Easy work. That's only. This was a 7-5. Hold that. For jab. Boom. Boom. I still say he's an ugly motherfucker. Oh yeah. Oh, here we go. Hold that. Hold that. Hold that. Oh, no. Good. Let's bring that back. Let's bring that knockdown back. Let's bring that knockdown back. You beating him from pillar to post, bro. Hold that, you fucking look. What the fuck was that? What kind of fall is that, son? How you get punched like that and you fall? How you do that? How you do that? How you do that? How you do that? Bro, he look like he punched it. Look, he made almost 360, bro. Motherfucker 180. Look, my man spun him. Mike Tyson. Oh, 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 my goodness. It looks good every time he drops, son. Every time he drops. Peace to everybody. Everybody, welcome my man Electro Jed. What's going on, man? Palo Viejo. What's going on, Palo Viejo? What's going on, Electro?
What's up, my brother from another mother?
Chilling, my brother.
Something. I did something. I think you're gonna be very happy with.
All right.
I fucking canceled Disney. Fuck
awesome, awesome,
dude. I saw the interview.
Yeah, you're right. Right.
I saw that interview. I was fucking heartbroken. I was a fan of hers anyway.
Yeah.
But I saw that interview, and you know how I feel about the cancel culture. I may not be a Republican, but fuck that. What they did to her was fucking wrong.
Yeah, fair.
And here's what sucks. I love Marvel. I love Star Wars. But I'm sorry, I can't deal with Disney bullying somebody like that that's just trying to do the right thing and voice a non-violent, non-aggressive opinion.
Yep. No doubt.
I did it, man. I can't.
Thank you. No doubt, brother. You had to do it, brother. You really, really had to do it because now I know. Yeah.
But I can't get the shit on Cody, so fuck them.
Yeah.
They don't make no money.
Exactly. As long as you're not paying these cocksuckers, definitely, bro. Congratulations, brother. Welcome to the revolution.
I just couldn't stand that shit, man. I can't cry because I got stabbed in the eye. Right, so my tear duct was damaged, so I can't cry out my left eye, but I wanted to.
I know
how that girl was treated. You don't do that, man. And she's a positive fucking role model.
She is, man. She is. But these motherfuckers want everybody to have their daughters fucking listening to and taking fucking paying heed to Cardi B, a fucking woman who used to be a stripper and fucking drug guys in hotel
or the
rooms.
Kardashians.
Yeah, or the fucking Kardashians, famous for fucking riding dick. Like, what the hell, bro? Like, but it is what it is, man. As long as you keep your daughters away from these fucking fuck.
Yo, what's up, Puerto Rican rum?
You guys will be straight. You know what I mean? But no doubt, Puerto Rican rum, bro. But do you remember this day, brother? You remember this day when Fury beat the shit. He would beat the living shit out of Deontay Wilder, bro. I was just rewinding this. I was just like, oh, wait, hold on, here we go. Oh, one more time.
Dude, I told you how I felt about Wilder. His ass writes checks. His mouth writes checks. His ass can't cover. Number one, and he has too much bravado, man. Too much bravado. In this game, you got to show some slight semblance of being humble. Not that you got to be a bitch. Don't get me wrong. That's not it. But you have to acknowledge the other man across the ring from you.
Yep.
And he has no respect. No respect for his fucking employees. No respect for his trainers, especially the one that did him the most good.
Yep.
You know what? I'm not going to get into it. You already explained that whole thing last week or the week before.
No. It's good. It's good that we know this and we talk about this because this fucking guy, he doesn't listen. He don't pay attention. And it's good that everybody talks about it and brings it up because everybody got to understand. Jed, he's not a boxer. You know what I mean? Other people who see this and agree with us also say, we're not fighters, but we know the obvious. The obvious is to work out, get your pedigree up, add more stuff into your fucking, into your arsenal. But no, this guy just wanted to just be called the baddest, in which he wasn't.
Dude, and his workout, what's with that? The only time he really worked out is in front of the camera. And there's even this one recording of the second most of the cameras got off, he stopped.
Yep. Exactly. Yep, exactly. And all this glove gate shit and stuff like that. This is a man who got broken down, bro. And he feels stupid. See, everybody's afraid to say it. Wilder right now, he knows he looks stupid, and right now he feels stupid. He feels stupid in so many departments. First of all, Tyson Fury was dangerous to begin with.
Because he was no joke, man. Listen, and I don't know boxing, not nowadays boxing as good as I do my classic, my 80s, 90s, and 2000s. I know those. And I know the 70s, but this I lost so much interest because mostly because of the attitudes of most of the boxers.
Yeah.
They want a payday and that's it. They don't want to earn it.
Yep, they don't.
But Wilder, especially, I've never been a fan of, man. He's 1-800 hablo mierda, man.
That's fucking crazy, son. That's crazy. Let's get to this good question that my brother Palo Viejo, my man Puerto Rican rum asked us. We're gonna leave it right there. Boom. He gave him a nice shot. Right. Goes Jedi. What do you think of the LDBC already hitting on Oscar Valdez and calling on a duck? See, what's funny is that no other fighter has actually called out Valdez at the moment. And what's up, Mala? What's going on? Right? He hasn't called him out. No one's called him out yet. Right? But Gervonta Tank Davis called out Valdez, right? But yeah, Valdez says, I ain't scared of nobody. I'm ready to fight you. So if you heard it from the horse's mouth, right? If people heard this from the horse's mouth, Valdez saying, I am not ducking you. But yet everybody's not understanding, not you, Paulo Viejo, everybody else, like the LDBC, right? The book, the book, right? That's how you pronounce LDBC, the book, right? The motherfuckers are on some bullshit where they're very biased. You know what I'm saying? They have fucking gay fucking tendencies, bro. And everything they say, bro, they bitch like fucking cranky women when shit don't go their way. They make a lot of agendas, and this agenda now is, since he's not black and he's Spanish, now they're gonna down him. Anybody that's not a black champion, or if you're a black champion and you don't roll with them, you're no good for them. These guys, I don't even pay attention to these motherfuckers, bro. I don't pay attention to anything that LDBC says because we know what fighters are worth. We know that their fights, at least the fighters we follow, when they say they're gonna fight somebody, they fight somebody. When the book says, right, when the book says that they're gonna fucking their fighters this, their fighters that, it's nothing to really look at seriously. Nothing comes to fruition. They say, oh, he's this and that. Nothing ever shows us or proves us wrong.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, go ahead, brother.
It's to Raslot. Raslot, do you think it would be a close fight? Honestly, I know you said if he doesn't duck, but do you think it would be a close fight? Would it be like a battle, or do you think it would be one-sided?
Yeah, I mean, for me personally, I give my insight on this, right? Check it out. Shakur Stevenson he's a good skilled boxer, but at the same time, he doesn't have enough power to back Valdez off. That's the problem here, right? It's sort of like a Tank Davis with Leo Santa Cruz, right? In this here, you got Valdez, who, if he don't hit harder than Stevenson, he's got a snap behind his pop. Should I say pop? He got a snap behind his jab and a good pop behind his punches. And this dude just knocked out Burchelt. And Burchelt is he's a no joke fucking fighter for this era. You know what I'm saying? So
you don't think he could build up the points and just stay away?
I mean, he could do that.
I know that's a pussy way to fight, but
he could do that. But the problem here is that Shakur is the one that's going to be filling in that spot where he's going to be more of the boxer because he's naturally a boxer. He's not a knockout artist. So Valdez is going to have to be the hard hitter and the hunter. This is where the pace, right, and the roles are going to change now, because in the Burchell fight you had Valdez, who was being evasive, counterpunching at times when he needed to, just to stay away, and at the same time, bringing the fight. What's going to happen here is you're going to have Shakur Stevenson waiting to counter, and his counters are going to be pretty good landed strategic shots. Valdez is going to have to try to make Shakur fight. Going to have to try to make Shakur fight. You know what I'm saying? Because, bro, Valdez is quick. Valdez is fast. He's a fast guy, bro. He's a fast guy. But let me see. Raskla says, Shakur won't get caught lacking like Burchell. Burchell made a mistake reaching while off balance. That's a no-no in boxing. Good insight. Let's see.
It's not so much of a no-no. Fucking Ali did it all the time.
Yeah, that's true.
Ali did it. Ali never fought flat-footed. He was always backing up or sticking, backing up. He was even, you can even see that he was like leaning. He would be leaning to the left as he reaches to the right. But
Right.
Ali's um, talent was being able to read what's coming in, so he can make the adjustments on the fly.
Yep.
But yeah, you know where I'm getting at, right?
Yeah, but
Okay, true.
yeah, Roscoe
Ali
says
is. I mean,
yeah, Shakur is in Ali. No
okay,
doubt,
yeah.
no doubt. But I understand what you're saying, Electro. And I'm also sure Roscoe does too. The evasiveness of Shakur, he's gonna have to be like that. But
No,
me
I'm not comparing them. I'm sorry, I'm answering them. I'm not comparing them. I had a retort for your comment that some boxers can box and be off balance on going backwards, but you have to have talent. I mean, real talent and spot on reflexes. Yeah, no, I know he's no Ali. I was Ali. I know he wasn't no Ali, but I'm just
Aldi, Aldi, Mohammed Aldi. That's fucking hilarious, bro. Hell yeah.
sorry, man. Didn't mean to like violate like that.
Nah, fuck that. It happens, bro. So my man Stefan, or should I say Mala says Joseph Parker is being set to fight Chisora in May or April, and if he wins that, then the fight then he wins that, then the winner of Usyk Joyce, they wind up meeting each other at the end of the year. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool, you know. But back to this fucking non-boxing guy who has a fucking following who call him king.
You never, no, never.
Like this. I mean, is that how a king looks, bro? Like, really, look at this shit. He getting the shit beat out of him. Sat him down. Have a seat. You already sat him down, bro. Look, look, look. There goes Sophia, which is what Wilder used to call the WBC title. You know, and and there goes that fucking Ring Magazine belt, bro. You know, there's nothing that we can do but just congratulate Fury, right? And really criticize Wilder, but in a constructive way. We do that. The thing is that people don't know what tough love is, and if they do know what tough love is, since it's being uh shared with someone close to them that they feel is close to them, because Wilder wouldn't even put bread on the table if they were starving. Um, I just feel that the truth is the truth, bro. We do it with our fighters. When they fuck up, look how we got our Manny Pacquiao's fucking case for action for $40 million at a time of a fucking pandemic, knowing that there aren't any gates to help draw that in with the pay-per-view.
Pacquiao is looking fucking mean as hell, man.
Yeah, he is. He's working the fuck out, bro. I'm telling. If he's working out, then he's got a good fight up his sleeve, bro. And I got a feeling it's gonna be Crawford, bro.
All I know is Pacquiao does not look like you want to fuck with him.
Bro, Pacquiao looks like fucking Genghis Khan, bro. Bro, when he puts in that mouthpiece, kid, remember the mouthpiece that looked like he had them fucking Neanderthal teeth
Yeah.
and shit, bro. You put that motherfucker, he looks like Genghis Khan, bro. He look like he's ready to fucking bite somebody's neck off.
Now that's one fight I will watch, man. I will watch any Pacquiao fight,
Yeah.
And when him and Mayweather fought, I was disappointed, but still Pacquiao. For me, it's Pacquiao. This generation is all about Pacquiao for me. I can't really appreciate any of the others. Maybe it's my biasness. I could be biased because I'm Hispanic,
No. It's nothing like that. And there's nothing in the Department of Prejudice or anything like that either. You know what it is? It's just that these fighters haven't shown you anything. That's the problem with us. Bro, we come from the same era. We watch the same guys become great. The same guys go through trials and tribulations in the ring. You know? not as much as their personal life like it is now with these fighters, but we've seen these guys for many fucking decades. Like, what? I'm gonna be 47 in April. So that's 4 decades, bro. 4 decades, and you could say what, a quarter almost, right? Because as soon as I hit 50, that'll be 5 decades, right? You're in your 50s, right?
Yeah.
So you're 5 decades and probably a year and something. So this is what I'm saying. Like, people have to understand, if people have been born before you and have recorded something that you say you love and they know more than you can't argue with these people. This is what's called respect for elders. This is why, because the elders have, God damn it, we see the creation of the internet, bro. Are you
Yeah, we
fucking
did.
kidding me? We seen the creation of the internet, the cell phone, so on and so forth. These young motherfuckers can't tell us anything. So you mean to tell us that since we saw boxing and the way it's so-called evolved, you say, these motherfuckers today say evolved for better, but if we were to take a look at it, one question: where is it? Right? Only some guys have shown us, but we don't really have that
No,
many. That many.
the thing is, the art hasn't changed. What's changed is the athletes. The athletes are no longer dedicated to the sport. They are more dedicated to themselves and their appearance, their appearance, and it's like you look at classic people like Sugar Ray Leonard, or you look at people like Marvin Hagler and Thomas the Hitman Hearns. I'm getting into that. You look at these people, and they had a class about them. They
Right.
were appreciative of the art form of boxing.
Yeah.
I don't feel, except for Pacquiao,
Yeah.
I don't feel like a lot of these athletes now have the same respect.
Right.
I see more respect for the sport in MMA than I do in boxing, and that's the truth.
Yeah, shit, I can agree with you with that 100%, man. You know what I'm saying? The thing with MMA is, and I'm sorry, guys that follow MMA, but what I'm about to say is the truth. I say it in everything, right? Peace to Jeff and Andre. What's going on, guys? Right? Check it out. The only problem with MMA is this: it's not even that they get paid. It's not even the politics. It has to do with health. You tell me, from 2012 all the way to I could say last year, how many pay-per-views, bro, did we find that motherfuckers were pissing lava, so meaning they pissed dirty? UFC is a sport where you always have performance enhancing drugs, bro, more than boxing. Think about this. And these are facts. I think it was the year 2016 or 2015. The UFC had 3 consecutive fucking pay-per-views in one year, and like in each fucking card, like I think it was 2 or 3 three was in one. The other two was like I think two of them, not the same guys, but in each match. And I think it was the rest of them were like 2 each or whatever. Bro, pissed lava. You guys remember that shit? Bro, this is the only problem I have with UFC. These motherfuckers. Look at John Jones, bro. Look at John
John
Jones.
Jones tested dirty.
No, I'm just saying. They gave him a chance after he tested dirty and all that shit. Gave him a chance, right? He to this day he's suspended. You right? And if he got off suspension, they're iffy about bringing him back again. He's got a title or some shit like that. It's just, bro, why do this? Why, he pissed me off, bro. He
Didn't he
pissed me.
ever test negative his entire career, or could
Yep,
I be mistaken there?
yep. What's up, Fight Scout? How you been, my bro? Yeah, man. Yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it's only a few of them that are really, really fucking like really, really nice. Like, look, guys that get put into submission in that sport, or armbar, basically a submission where they make you tap. That's more realistic than a nigga just going in there and just knocking you out. That's questionable in that sport. Simply because they're always pissing hot. So when a knockout comes, that question mark always comes. But when I see a nigga submit and tap out, there's never a question mark. Even though we could still say the reason why he tapped him is because the guy could have been stronger than him because of the performance enhancing drugs. I'm just saying, logically, to me, watching a nigga tap or putting a dude into submission, and see the guy work out of it, it makes more logical sense to me that that's more of a natural fight than somebody that will go in there and knock a nigga out quickly. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying.
Unless, of course, you're Tyson.
Yeah,
Then
exactly. You know what I'm saying?
right out the window.
Or if it's boxing, which is I mean, if you look at the landscape of knockouts that are supposed to, the probability that's supposed to happen in a fight, it's gonna be about maybe 85 to 90% in a fight that a knockout's going to come. You know what I mean? Before, the probabilities were higher because you know the competitiveness in our era, all the building up, you know, halfway to this one, it's like it's been high. So there were more knockouts in those eras. In this era, the probability is still high, but it's went down to like maybe a 70%. You know what I mean? Like, you know, it's more, you get more guys getting outpointed and more decisions than you do knockouts. You know, it's only a few.
I'm so like out of touch with boxing now. Is a professional fighter, capable of getting 3 fights in a year now, or is it like one fight a year?
These guys could fight as many times as they want a year, bro. It's just, you know, look. This is why I say they're full of shit. Talk about this money. You want to get this money. These guys, the way they want to make money is they want to fight. They want to make this. They want to make all the money in one lump sum in one fight a year. This bullshit. At least Mayweather did it twice a year. Okay, it's still bullshit. We were used to, and I'm speaking from my timeline all the way to now. My expectations, why they were so high and they were just like ruined. And I'm supposed to have high expectations because if the fucking fans from football, baseball, basketball, so on and so forth can have high expectations where the sport is not changed and the only rift they have with their fucking players, you know what I'm saying, or the guys that they follow in that sport is a lockout because they were being greedy themselves, the players, not the fans, then here in boxing, they have to understand the reason why we call these motherfuckers out, the reason why we laugh at them, the reason why we say this and hold them to the fucking high standard is because they hold themselves to that high standard. They take no accountability when they fail. They shit on us right away. Oh, you haven't been in the ring. Oh, you don't know what the fuck you talking about. Oh, you were a fucking boxing expert all of a sudden. Right. But there's no constructive criticism. These guys fucking suck up today. Some of them, right? So you got to look at, I look at boxing like this now today. Today, yes, the prize fighters is all about the money, but at the same time, ask yourself this question and then erase everything about that. Oh, but it's a business. Okay, fine. If you're running it like a business and you guys are making all this money, then why isn't it running like a business, right? I'm not saying 24/7. I'm not saying every day. But what I'm saying here is if you're a fighter, a seasoned fighter at that, you've been in the sport for almost 10 years or over
Then
10
you
years.
should do 3 fights a year, man.
At least 3, at least 2. But the whole point is you should be fighting more than once a year. And you should stop selling us lies and trying to take our money in one lump sum fight. And then we don't see you till the next year. This is what Gary Russell tried. Gary Russell, the next fight, trust me, he's going to get his ass whooped because time has caught up to that motherfucker, as well as the karma that's coming because of his fucking mouth. So people got to understand, man. If you don't want to, it's okay. You know, it's your loss in knowledge, guys. You know what I'm saying? But me, Jed, Ross Clyde, and everybody here on this chat, that's my brothers. You know what I'm saying? And sisters, if there happens to be a woman, we understand that the sport of boxing is the number one main ingredient is competitiveness. And the question you ask yourself to combat and destroy that bullshit where, oh, it's a business. And okay, so if it's a business, number one, why aren't you using it like one? You guys are fighting once a year. And number two, if it's such a fucking business, why is it that you guys decide to black market your business? Meaning now you're starting to, you know, branch out and use, you know, like a certain golden boy, like a certain promotions.
You went there.
Yeah, like a certain promotions that's using these sanctioning bodies to get ahead or get a fighter ahead, like Canelo. You know what I mean? It's disgusting that we have to sit back and listen to everybody who's been poisoned by this fucking dude who's nothing but a fucking fluke. He needs help. He had his hand held with both Gennady Golovkin fights. Now he's seen the light all of a sudden, got rid of fucking Fishing at De La Hoya, and he don't know where to go. He's still giving us whack fights. This ESPN fucking lucrative deal of $365 million with fucking 11 fights. So far, they've been shit except for the two Gennady Golovkin fights. If you guys think that he really knocked Kovalev out, then I'm sorry, but there's something wrong with you. You need remedial life. You can take a look at the footage of the knockout and you see that Kovalev waited for that, okay? And I'm telling you, he waited for those. You can see it from the side of his eye. Every time I point it out, everybody sees it. Oh, shit, Jedi, you're right. I don't want to be right. I want the situation to be right. I want you to walk off knowing that the sport of boxing of today is on some shit where these motherfuckers are fucking taking your money and they're fucking fooling you and this is the age of fucking how do you say of MK Ultra, bro. These guys got it in everything, bro. They put it in almost every fucking sport with this Black Lives Matters and all this stuff. The only thing in boxing, the only thing, you know, the way they're doing it is, hey, let's tell them this is what boxing looks like. It's come to this. Let's give them all of this shit. Let's give them all of these belts, and let's tell them that anybody could be a champion. So these trinkets are basically trinkets for motherfuckers who come in second place all the time and never know what it feels like to be in first. Think about this.
So who's in control? Let me ask you a question though. Nowadays, who's in control of these boxers' career? Are they the ones that consciously make this decision to only defend once a year?
You see, look, this is the problem. Of course, you got the promotions, right? The promoter, like let's just say Al Heyman. He gives out contracts, gives out lucrative amounts of money. The thing is that you can't go anywhere, you can't make any negotiations with anybody else, and you have to fight in house. This is why they fight in house. And anything talked outside out of that, Al Heyman has to know. This is what's whack. With Top Rank, if you got your eye or with a Matchroom Boxing or anyone else that's like, you know what I'm saying, you can sign, but if you want to try to make fights, look at Tiafimo. Tiafimo right now was talking to Eddie Hearn, Matchroom Boxing. Meanwhile, he signed on the Top Rank. And Bob Arum was like, go ahead, kid, do your thing, but at the same time, let me know what's going on. Because Bob Arum will find out, right? So, when you're on a real slave contract like that, now, no. Stay away from Terrence Crawford. Stay away from Top Rank. We don't need the WBO belt. As a matter of fact, I'm going to tell everybody the WBOs doesn't matter to us. So they're going to try to say and push the rule and change the rule that you can unify with 3 belts because of their agenda. It's all about agenda, brother, and it's sickening. You know what I'm saying? It's sickening.
Well, I don't agree with that. I'm avidly against something like that.
Of course.
If that's what they're doing now, then for shame.
Of course, my man Irving Morales.
That's why I've lost my interest because you don't see those names going up there as many times as they should.
Right, and they don't fight. And
they should be defending their title.
And they don't fight each other as often as they should. These guys should be fighting each other at least twice, or at least 3 times. Give us a war or something. Give each other a war. Push each other to a limit. These guys haven't pushed themselves yet, bro. First of all, I love Crawford, but we don't know how good Crawford is just yet. We know that he's fucking skilled, but we don't know. We've seen how good Pacquiao is. Pacquiao's been pushed to the limits. This is why I say Pacquiao will fuck everybody up in this era. You know why? Because Pacquiao has seen these styles in front of him before because of the previous eras. And Pacquiao comes from how many eras? Come on.
Yeah, but think about it. Pacquiao puts himself out there more than most of these boxers do.
Right, but that's the thing, though. You see what you said there? He puts himself out there more than any of these fighters, right?
Exactly.
Look, when I say this, even though I don't like Mayweather, when I say this about Mayweather, everybody crosses the fence. No, stay in the fence because I'm only giving him props for this. Outside, regardless, he did what he did, money on strippers and all of that. I don't give a fuck about that. What I give a fuck about is he was a gym rat. He took good care of himself out of ring. You know what I mean? He would jog 3, 4. Like if you go to a club, he wouldn't drink and he would jog halfway home. You know what I mean? He'd have sneakers in his trunk and shit and have guys driving behind him. Bro, like this guy was a gym rat, and this is why he's got 42, 43 right now, and he still looks pretty good in shape, and his body, his muscle memory will come back like that. Top of him not taking too much fucking punishment. You got guys that are gifted right now in boxing that are young, like Keith Thurman. He allowed us. Look, these are the guys that have allowed himself to diminish because of Al Heyman contracts and laying back. And notice, there's only PBC fighters: Keith Thurman, Robert the Ghost Garcia, Danny Garcia, soon to be Mikey Garcia. I mean, think about it. Guillermo Rigondeaux. These are all PBC fighters. These are all fighters that if you take a good look at them, this, that. Look at Sean Porter, soon to be too. He's soon to be on the shelf, putting himself on there, chasing this bullshit fucking money during a time where you're not gonna get my motherfucker. You're only worth 2 million, not past that, not 2.5, not 2.3, not 2.1, motherfucker. You're only worth 2 million. And I'm sorry, we can't say how much they're fucking worth because they haven't shown us really what the fuck. Has Sean Porter gone out besides Adrian Broner? Has Sean Porter or anybody else besides Spence, but because Kell Brook went over, has anybody else crossed over? Have they crossed over and collaborated with any? No. PBC keeps those titles in fucking house. They don't collaborate. They forget about the rankings. They ignore the rankings, even though most of those rankings come from other fucking promotions, the fighters, that is. They don't fucking look at them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. I get you.
No, what's up, Big Boy Pants? What's going on? Irving Morales, what's going on? What's going on, brother? Official, what's going on? You know, so it gets to a point that you know, it doesn't matter the color, doesn't matter the creed, doesn't matter the fucking religion. What matters is the competitive. That's the number one ingredient. So henceforth, this is how you break this down. Competitiveness is the main ingredient in every sport, whether it's tennis, basketball, football. Look, Michael Jordan was competitive in everything from betting to playing basketball to golf. Yeah, it came to a point. It came to a point that he was gambling, and the reason why he was gambling, it wasn't because of the money. He was making. He was already in billions by the late 90s. It wasn't even that. You know what it was? His competitive spirit. He was so good. This is why how many times did he come back? Like, this is what I'm saying. In this sport, in our era, we had guys. Look at Sugar Ray Leonard. Competitive like a motherfucker. How many times did he retire? 3? Came back, right? Think about this now. This is what I'm saying. Ali. Think about this.
Yeah,
right?
He wanted to prove to himself he could take this one out or he could take that one out.
It's the main ingredient. It's competitiveness. Mike Tyson fought 32 times in one fucking year, son.
Like, what was it that Thurman was saying that he's worth $2 or $3 million?
Look, Thurman, all the PBC guys say they're worth over that, but they're saying that they don't need any 10 million and they don't need 1 million. So where are you? You're under 10 and over 2. So what? You think you're gonna get fucking 8 million, 9 million, 7 million to give us a fight where we know that motherfuckers is gonna beat your ass?
You know what? If he fought 4 or 5 fucking times a year, those 2 and 3 millions would add up to the 10 million.
Exactly.
So what the fuck? Prove yourself. Get out there and mix it up.
Exactly. And look, I tell the truth here. That's on any fighter, even my fighter. Guys that come on this panel do the same thing. Guys that are in the chat do the same thing. If anybody's new, and if I'm hurting your feelings or you feel any type of way because I'm talking about your fighter too, I'm sorry. But it is what it is, bro. I've been watching boxing before you young cats today, bro, and I'm not disrespecting y'all, but y'all been disrespecting us for the longest. And when it comes to knowledge, y'all can't formulate a thought, right? To gain knowledge to become wise. Y'all can't do that. Y'all don't know how to because y'all don't shut the fuck up and listen. Y'all need to listen, and y'all niggas don't listen. That's the problem. You can't have a conversation where you're only going to talk and conversate. You might as well conversate amongst yourself, no one else, because in a conversation there should be retort. You have to gain the information in order to continue the conversation across the table, right? So it's like I speak, that's my input, you compute, and you rebut. That's how it's fucking, you know what I'm saying? That's how it goes.
Or ask a question well, what if this? And you get an answer. You look for problem solve. Just problem solve, and you ask questions and listen to what people have to say.
Exactly.
Usually someone that's more experienced than you.
Exactly. Peace to my man Irving Morales, who stepped in the building, official rep, stepped in the building. You know what I'm saying? Jeff, what's going on, my man Jeff? You know, like, look, Hagler. He didn't have to retire, but holding that title for 6 years, bro, beating motherfuckers 6 years consecutively without losing, dog. Come on, bro. What is that? Competitiveness. Jesse Owens, competitiveness. You know what I'm saying? what was her name? Something Marion Jones. Competitiveness. Even females, bro. Christy Martin. You know what I'm saying? Layla Ali. Like, yo, Christy St. Martin. Yo, competitiveness, bro. Come on, Carmen Basilio. All compet. Mike Tyson wanted to be like Joe Louis and Ali. Why? Because it was the competitiveness, bro. Competitiveness is the main ingredient in every sport, and especially a full contact sport like boxing. If you do not have competitiveness, you will die. Mike Tyson is a prime example of how a fighter should and should not carry themselves and how they should not fight for just money when they need it. You understand what I'm saying? Tyson became wiser because he gained the knowledge off of his mistakes and he shut the fuck up, knew that he was fucking young. He listened, he learned, and now he's a master. And this is why guys talk to him. They kiss his fucking hand. Tyson Fury, that is. Kiss his hand in royalty, bro. Like Tyson is our Ali in our era. I had two Alis. I had the original Ali, and I had Mike Tyson, who fills in at least one shoe of this man because Mike Tyson has a greater legacy than any fucking heavyweight up to date in this era. Facts.
You'll laugh at this. You know who I thought had a possibility against Tyson was Tubbs because Tubbs. I watched Tubbs when he won the Olympic gold, and I was thinking, oh, this guy can take Tyson down because he reminded me a lot of the way he danced around in the ring. Holy shit, was I sadly mistaken?
Yep. And let me tell you something. Right? Irving, beautiful. This is why me and Irving's been fucking brothers on here for a long time, bro. And I love this dude, bro. I got a bad love for this guy. Bro, Irving, thank you, bro. Listen, nowadays, and you know what I'm about to say. Nowadays, you know, when they give him money, when they take away when there's hardly no pay-per-views and they broke it up in the structure what it is now, because there is pay-per-view, they just broke it into 5, like they did with William Wallace's body. You know what I'm saying? Check this out now. The reason why these guys, there's no incentive. Okay? When it's like, imagine I'm your employer. You come to work. I give you your whole year's salary in advance. You tell me, not saying that you're dishonest, not saying that you're lazy. How many times are you going to make the effort to come to work, not call in, not make excuses to go out now that you got your money up front? Right? Versus you having to come every day and earn your money every day, week by week, paycheck by paycheck. The incentive. You understand what I'm saying? So when they took away pay-per-view boxing and then they broke it up like that, you cannot become, they neutralized that. You cannot be, unless they say so, you cannot become a pay-per-view king like Oscar De La Hoya was, Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. was, Pernell Whitaker, Tito Trinidad. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, and amongst many others, Shane Mosley, right? Roy Jones Jr., Mike Tyson. They took that away, and they put it into like a bigger corporate machine of propaganda. So now we're supposed to take these guys like Tank Davis, who doesn't do nothing, but we're supposed to look at him like he's a pay-per-view star. Like these guys put in like the pay-per-view Kings Day. We're supposed to fill in that body of work with these short body niggas. No, I'm sorry. No, it's not happening. They took away the incentive. So if I pay you ahead of time, like Al Heyman has done, what do you think they're doing? They're on their ass. They're sitting back, giving us, yeah, I'm gonna go, yeah, we gonna fight. Oh, I want this dude. Oh, yeah. You notice that when they're back, they're sitting back and they know that they're lacking and they come through these YouTube streets and they see that we're calling them out right away. They think that we're with this.
Irving is right on that last comment he just made.
No doubt. They think that
right.
they think that we're with this fucking Twitter shit where you're gonna riff at one dude, you're gonna fucking holler at another dude, go back and forth on this beef, and that's what we're supposed to be entertained with. Motherfucker, that's some he says, she says shit. I'm allergic to that. I'm a grown man. We're all allergic to that he says, she says shit. What we want to see, since you on social media, is motherfuckers FaceTime each other, because some niggas are doing it right. You know what I'm saying? And fucking have a contract signing on there says this is COVID shit and y'all can't, and have it on there and just get it on. That's it. I don't want to hear nothing else. But you know what? I've been the only one since 2020 kicking and screaming and telling this shit. exposing motherfuckers. But I'm wrong. I've been called a nigger. I've been called a spick. I've been called a red bone. I've been called everything in and out of my motherfucking heritage and race, son, because I've been telling the truth without being racist, without being prejudiced, without being unbiased. I mean, without being biased. You know what I mean? And like I said, my channel, I probably have hit the hundreds of thousands in subscriptions, bro, during these past years. But the problem here is fake niggas don't stay. Because when I start talking on their fighters or shit that they did over their fighters, they unsubscribe. And these are facts. Ask anybody who stood here like Irving, like Hawker, Sanctus, Deuce, Rosclot 222. Bro, each and every one of us has had over 200 to 300,000 subscribers all these years, bro. And because we speak the truth in boxing and we don't placate to what the fuck they want to hear. We don't massage their assholes with our thumbs, bro. These motherfuckers, they unsubscribe, dog. And only the real ones stay. Only the real motherfuckers know this is where I'm staying. What's up? I'm Phil. What's going on? This is where I'm staying here because everything this motherfucker and everybody that he has on his panel or guest stars on his fucking show at the moment, from everybody that, and by the way, Late Night Boxing Talk shall come back. You know what I'm saying? And everybody who has seen Late Night Boxing Talk, I have always told the truth and exposed and snapped on. And bro, motherfuckers are doing it now, no doubt. And you don't have to say my name because niggas, like I said, that have been there know that I have dropped many motherfucking pebbles in this fucking pond and have created many ripples in this boxing community, Star Wars community, diorama community, our community. I could keep going. I'm in many communities here. Not saying that I'm the best, but I'm just saying. Exactly, big boy. If you're honest, all of a sudden you're a race trader now. Hey, I will wear those fucking pants. I will wear the skin like Leatherface, but I'm gonna terrorize your ass though. If you're gonna put me in an outfit, I'm gonna put you in a bitch ass suit, straight up and down. And everybody that I fuck with is gonna do the same thing. We may get at each other once in a while, no doubt. But you know what? That's some. You know what? I want to fight you, and after this, we'll go back to normal. We'll drink a beer, shit. Straight up. That's how we are. That's how we are. The shit I don't like is other people calling other people racist, other people calling other people out of their fucking name here over fucking fighters, over situations that, you know, these fighters would never, ever look. The dude, anybody, if you're beefing with anybody, understand that same man you're beefing with that's real life, that's really, really counteracting with you, would be that first nigga that would give you money for bread, milk, eggs, anything you needed for you, your seed, or anybody else. If anybody lives under those fucking conditions, you could go to that man. Believe that. You couldn't go to any of these fighters that you're fucking tearing each other's down for. What's up, Mike D? Long time no see, my bro. My man Marlo, it's good. And these are facts, bro. These are motherfucking facts. If motherfuckers are born in the 70s, we've been through too much. We know too much. We've seen too much. We are innovators in every field, whether it's talking to our wives, talking to our children, talking to our friends, showing motherfuckers, smacking motherfuckers, kicking a motherfucker, picking up a cell phone. We pick up cell phones classic. Niggas want to pick up cell phones like us. Good, because we wanted to be just like our fathers, our uncles, everyone before us.
You're not bullshitting, that's for sure. You're laying it there, man. My thing is, when I look at the youth now, they're missing something. But let me ask you this: is this our fault though? Because you know how you want the next generation to be better and not have to work as hard as you. Maybe we took that too far.
Well, that's an excellent question. From my perspective, the way I've been recording life, bro, I see it like this. You've got women that ain't shit, especially in the ghetto. But in the same hand, you've got men who ain't shit that are in the ghetto. Then you've got women in higher upper places that are even more less of shit, right? And the same thing with men. So it's a scale, my brother, where if we're going to take fault and accountability, there are some people out there that need to sit back first and wait for that motherfucker to take accountability first. You see, it's a scale. So I have to say this with all my fiber and in my being, bro. In life, everybody has a role in a situation. The problem here is before the script is laid down, you have the power to play the same part and win an Academy Award as to the rewards in life of living on for the next fucking drama, right? You have the chance to play that same script where it's like, I ain't part of this shit. Because 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 whether it's full of drama, whether the script is full of drama, action, comedy. Notice how I say this. If it's comedy, you're not the laughing stock. If it's drama, you're not bringing the drama. The drama's not around you. You know what I'm saying? If it's something fucked up and horrible, it had nothing to do with you. Why? Because you were smart enough to know. This is what's happening here, bro. Same thing in life, bro. In life. You know what I'm saying? Even if you have kids, if your kids don't see you, but you put energy into them and they don't give it back to you, there's a certain age that once they're past 15, they have the mental capacity to understand, damn, my parent has put a lot of time and effort in me. It's not all about my friends. Let me see my parent. And if they continue to do that all the way, even past college, and they don't come see you, you know what? You have a right to say, fuck you. Not forget you, fuck you. And then the ball will be in your court. This is where you fuck up as a parent, your decision. This is where you are successful, your decision. It's all about decision making in life, bro. Don't let nobody fucking tell you different. I'm 46, but I'm really fucking 80, son. Like, I've surrounded myself since I was young with people that were like about 45, my age and older. But when I was like 14 and, learning how to fucking fight and competing and shit. And even some of my friends, bro, were that I surrounded myself with were not corny. And a lot of you guys out there understand that in boxing, if you come from the streets, and especially in our era, you can tell through this big screen that has that just basically everybody is trying to translate life through. Gotta understand, the only people that can translate life through a television are the people that have been there, that have seen the creation, and that have seen and have knowledge and experience of situations. So when you look at certain situations at a young age and you don't know what the fuck you're doing, because you're nervous or because you feel like you're offended and you need, shut the fuck up and listen. This is why. Now, half of it is part of the parents' fault. The reason why I started off with the ghetto is because I can only speak on my experiences. Where we grew up from, if we come from the ghetto, we always have these women who are loose, who don't give a fuck, who have mad kids, who live off the system, who walk around like we owe them, right? And they always fuck up on the good dude, the father of the children or whatever. And then they go on with the next nigga and the next. And notice, every other dude is either the same as the one before or he becomes lesser of the man. Now, when it shoots back into the man now, motherfuckers are laying down fucking every bitch. And when it's time to step up for responsibilities, they're not up to par. It's their fault too. This is what I'm saying. It's a scale. It's a fucking scale. And it's always fucking uneven. But if you're real, it will always be like me. It's always even. There's no such thing as life ain't fair, bro. Life is fair.
Life is life. You just you gotta get through it, and you gotta get through it the best way you can. Me, I personally have I'm of the train of thought is one thing people don't understand about me is that I truly believe you can get forward in life without having to step on people, without having to take advantage of somebody. That's how I've been my entire adult life.
Exactly.
And I tried to instill that into my kids.
Right.
How good they took the lesson, that's on them.
Right.
Me, myself, I can't think like a corporate person. I can't, even though I made lots of money and I manage well, I can't think of you as a number.
It's funny. It's funny that you say that because you're the opposite, and because there's only two types. You're the first type, which is a very good, clean-hearted person. Even though you've had riches in front of you and you've never put no one down, you've never put it in front of you, you never put right. So you know how to control that. That's why you don't have much. We, the have-nots, don't have much, but we are very rich in everything that's needed to survive. You cannot survive with money, but you can survive with wisdom. You can trust me. With wisdom, you can feed yourself. With
Oh,
wisdom, you
sure,
can clothe
sure.
yourself. Wisdom, you can, right? You can do everything. It just depends on how you apply, right? How you
Money
apply.
may make things easier, but money will not make you happier.
Yeah, but exactly that.
You know,
Yeah, I can see it like that. But also, look, everybody pull out a dollar bill if you got one or a quarter. Now take a look at it. This thing has been there. These things, should I say, have been there before us, before Jed, who's older than me, before my father, before my grandfather, right? These things are exactly what run your life. That green paper or that silver coin that you got there, or that copper coin, fuck it, let it be a penny too, because we all ain't rich like that, right? Financially. These things, these trinkets, these things are exactly are what keeping things in order. And once you pull that out, the ones that have been programmed to follow that, this is why they say in God we trust, right? Because that's their God. Once that's pulled out, their system is broken. But us that are have nuts, that have nothing, that know how to survive, that know how to grow shit, that know how to talk out of situations instead of swinging. And if you do test us, you will not make it. This is exactly why. If you made it to speeches like this or lives like this and run into brothers like Electrojet and everybody and amongst yourselves, gotta understand. This is a reason why you're here. You're not wasting your time being here. Understand this. I don't waste my fucking time. I move away from people who waste my fucking time. So every time I've come on here for after all these years and everybody that's been on this panel, I don't waste your fucking time. This is why trolls, when you come on here, I waste no time fucking you up. I waste no time cursing your fucking mother so you can sit back and say, damn, this nigga saucy. That's right. Don't ever come back. I try to keep bullshit out of your lane. In your life, you've got to be the same fucking way. The same fucking way. I don't care if your parents were soft and you grew up from a different breed where you're having this confusion where, damn, should I be drastic? Motherfucker, let me tell you something. As a friend, everybody. In life, you got to be drastic at certain points. There's certain measures that you're going to have to take. And it's the decision. You see the word, how it happens? The decision is it going to be measured or is it going to be drastic? That's up to you, motherfuckers. Not the situation.
I like spreading knowledge. If I know something that I feel someone doesn't know, I'll give them some advice. I never tell anyone what to do. It's not my job to tell you what to do.
Right.
But I'm always saying, this is what happened to me, or this and this might happen if you do this. I never say you need to do this. You gotta do no.
Right.
I let them make their decision, and it's all on their shoulders. But as long as they know they have options, I feel I did my job.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah. Like there's the communication is the key. That's what everything. And back to the sport of boxing, when you have no incentive, you just become some shit where you're just like in limbo, like you're just like and all these guys that come back, they fighting like that. Yeah, they're comfortable. They're comfortable, and a lot of these guys got to understand, man. If you're comfortable, just like Marvelous Marvin Hagler said, it's hard to get up from them silk sheets, bro. Once you felt them, it's very hard to
That's
get
a
up,
good analogy. That's a very good analogy.
bro. The great Marvelous
I don't
Marvin
think the
Hagler.
boxer should ever be comfortable, because if they are, then they shouldn't box anymore.
You know what I'm saying? And when these guys go and they set themselves up like this, where it's like, oh, it's all about money. Oh, if the money's right, really? Okay, cool. What about if the match is right? Because if the fight is right, but yeah, like look, like Tiafimo and fucking Loma, right? That fight, we was all amped for it. I was the first one to call that shit like a year and a half before it's making 2 years. I've already beat somebody up with that shit. They looked at my video and saw the date stamp, because you can't switch video date stamps on here. So even if you go to edit video, you can't switch the date stamp. So you know this motherfucker Tio almost blew the fight because he's asking for more money. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, after you beat Loma, The question still lingers. So you might have satisfied yourself, but now your career is in question. You haven't satisfied the question in your career. Had you taken the money, right, that was offered to you and beat this guy, the money you asking for now would have been given to you without any question. But since you came off with that shit, regardless you won, people, the fans, the promoter, they know that you're gonna be a diva like you're doing, Tiafimo, and you're fucking asking for more, and people are like, damn, we thought he wasn't going that way after you said that you wasn't gonna go this way. I give you your props, you did beat Loma, but now you're being a political fighter. You're being a political boxer, bro. You're becoming a political boxer. And I know that your dad is in your head because he does the negotiating. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Because look what's happening to Sean Porter. Listen, I may be wrong here, but when Sean Porter bought that green car, he had bought some green Porsche or something. I don't know what the fuck it was. It was like emerald green. It was pretty cream interior. He looked at it. I think it was for his birthday, a birthday gift for son. His father was like, "You like that? Yeah, all right." Because you're, all right. He was like a little kid. This was like a year ago, a year and a half ago, if I'm not mistaken. Now his father, if you really pull the veil from that, first of all, Sean Porter really bought that for himself. Like, you work for your son. The money you're getting is from your son. I know that once it exchanges, it's your money. And if you spend your money on but in reality, let's really look at it here. Right? So the negotiation table, these fathers, this is why I made a live on this. That's why that don't hardly work out like that. These negotiations become on some, now you made your son and your whole team, including yourself, look like price outs, ducks. What are we supposed to think now? Just because you say no, 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 no. But look at the numbers you're throwing out, knowing that motherfuckers ain't gonna give you that, and we know you're not worth that. So now Sean Porter got a problem now. The hardcore fans like myself, and you fight fans as well, even if you're casuals or mediocres, you've noticed something about this. And that comes from the hardcore fight fans saying, yo, this motherfucker, no, take a good look at it. And then y'all went back, took a look at his fights, and say to yourself, this guy is not a fucking fighter. He's a football player.
Hey, do you think YouTube should get involved in fighting?
YouTube should do pay-per-views.
But specifically for fighting, though, for boxing matches.
Yeah.
I think they should too. What do you guys think in chat? Should YouTube get involved in some professional fight matches?
YouTube, see, YouTube right now should get into this boxing thing with this bullshit ass fucking pandemic going on. They should, because there's a lot of guys streaming. They could take advantages of the streams where on the pay-per-view, if you want to join the live stream and be part of that screen that they put you there as to you being ringside, but it's like monitors and shit, and they want to show your face, you pay a certain fee, like a ticket or something, and actually watch it from there. Like, these guys, YouTube could capitalize off of this, but not everybody thinks like we do.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
said no.
Yeah, because another platform, YouTube, that's neutral. Like, YouTube wouldn't be owned like ESPN. Like, YouTube has its own apps. These guys would control everything. See, that's what boxing needs with these promoters. They need to control these promoters, bro. They need to control these promoters. This is why boxing is not making it, because of the greed. You don't think that when they go to television to make deals and stuff like that, these motherfuckers ask for mad money, and the television execs are like, whoa, 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 whoa. Hold up. 132 million for a year. What the fuck, bro? What kind of expensive subscription you trying to sell off? Then it trickles down to the fight fans, where your motherfuckers are paying, instead of $5, $10 a fucking app. Yeah, y'all motherfuckers wind up paying $30, $49, $95 an app, and then the fucking pay-per-view that's supposed to be on the app ain't even free. Just because you got the app, they give you like 5 to 20% off. I'm not lying. I'm not lying. And I'm not a lion. But I'm just saying. You got to understand, man. It's a fucking game. It's a fucking game. And people are mad at Bob Arum because Bob Arum told Eddie Hearn, if you make the Tiafimo versus whoever the fuck fight, when it comes to the Joshua and Fury fight, since Fury's my guy and Joshua's just, you better have that money when it comes fight time. When it comes to negotiation time, you better have that, because if you're gonna put all your money into this fight right now and think that it's gonna generate more double, you're wrong. And Bob Arum's right. You gotta look at the schematics of this COVID shit. If it ain't a live gate, Eddie Hearn shouldn't jeopardize, because he will be jeopardizing it because he's gonna come up short for the funds. Think about this. If you're a promoter during this pandemic, you put money up. Yeah, hell yeah. You put money up on this fight. And then you got another super big, super duper unification fight coming up. You know that's gonna be a lot of money you gotta put up. You're gonna come up short because, number one, you're not gonna be able to charge that much on a pay-per-view. You got these apps that most of your fights are free anyway. You won't even recoup one fight's worth. You recoup, if you put those two fights up, you recoup enough made by one fight, and it'll probably be the Tiafimo fight. You won't even make half back from the fucking Anthony Joshua. You know why? At least if you try to sell it out here, because of the fucking pandemic, son. Because you guys, and this is why Bob Arum told them in that thing, if you do that, you're putting the fight in jeopardy. Bob Arum is right. You don't think he mapped all this shit out and told these motherfuckers, look, don't put all your money into these fucking big fights right now. I'm not saying marinate, but there are other fights you can make to build up to that fight. By the time we get to that fight, this shit should be over with. And if it's not, then we got to find other ways. Let's work on other ways to scrape all the money like we used to when it was a live event at a pay-per-view. This is what I mean. And Bob Arum and Eddie Hearn are the only ones that are trying to innovate this shit. Meanwhile, you got fucking Heyman and Duva and the rest of these motherfuckers trying to fucking bring propaganda and shit. Like, come on, bro.
I don't know. I had a weird idea. I don't know what you think of it. Probably think I'm a moron, but
What's up, Elof?
The reason why I brought up YouTube, right? Just think about this for a second. You guys in chat too. What if you let's say you get two heavyweight boxers, right? And you leave it up to YouTube, not the people that own YouTube, but the people that watch YouTube that are interested in a certain fight combination, right?
Right.
And these people, are given the option or the opportunity to put up money for this fight. Right. However you would do it, if it's, like GoFundMe, whatever the fuck, I don't know. Or subscribe for the fight, whatever. They collect the money from the YouTubers, the people that watch YouTube all the time. Right. That purse can get ridiculously high.
Exactly.
You know what I'm talking about? And that leaves the promoters out of it.
Exactly. And that's another thing. Like, YouTube can be held as a pay-per-view platform because you can make channels here. You know what I mean? So if YouTube says YouTube Sports, or YouTube Sports pay-per-view or something like that, bro, YouTube could scrape it, son. And YouTube will have good control where if you got another body like this controlling that, these motherfuckers would be in line. Like I'm telling you, it won't get crazy. You know what I'm saying? YouTube is a more powerful platform than any sanctioning body that's out there, anything that's in boxing right now. Even YouTube is part of these motherfuckers that are called the big wigs right now. You know what I mean? You don't hear the WBC, Golden Boy, PBC, Top Rank. You don't hear nothing in boxing that's bigger than YouTube right now when it comes to social media. They need a platform right now to pull off pay-per-views, bro.
And think about it. Even if just like, let's say each YouTuber like puts up $1, how many millions of YouTubers?
Exactly.
That would all right, well then someone like Thurman theoretically can get the money that they're asking for, right? But the YouTubers are only going to pay for those top tier.
Right. And I'm not talking about
become one of those top tiers. by busting your ass and making your name go out there. Not like now, like it is.
Yeah, and I'm not talking about Jake Paul. Yeah, and I'm not talking about Jake Paul. None of the motherfucking. No, I'm talking about like the same way HBO used to, have their HBO pay-per-view, and used to call your cable company and buy pay-per-views like that. Well, instead of buying a cable company, you go to YouTube and watch the fucking pay-per-view on YouTube. That shit is awesome. And then what they could do is, if let's just say a fight's going to purse bid, and YouTube's part of it, the fight fans now, if you really want the fight to go on, you can, with every contribution or tip or super chat or whatever the fuck they got there, like they could have, like, let's say it's Top Rank fighter versus another fighter from whatever. Both of these companies can make a tip jar to put towards the purse bid or put towards the purse.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And beforehand, you say what the cut is. The winner gets 70% of the take.
Well, it would have to go like this. Of course, YouTube will be the only entity that would be known to the public that they would have to get a share from that, of course. And of course, the pay-per-view for holding, of course. But we don't have to know what the fighters are going to get. I mean, we'll know what the fighters are getting, but what, the guys behind the scenes are getting, we don't need to know that. What's going to happen here, that if they do that they won't do it. Fight Scout is right, but this is the reason why they won't do it, because it controls the hunger and the greed. You do something like that, bro, it's controlled by the fans, and it's also controlled by a social media platform. And once that happens and they lose control, where they can't cheat, they can't fucking slide money, they can't do step aside money, they can't do that fucks up that whole system, bro. I'm telling you, bro.
But that would, because I think it would, I get where you're coming from, Fight Scout. Don't get me wrong. I get where you're coming from, but I'm just thinking about the potential. And this would then bring up, more talent. It'll bring up the talent that shows the most hunger, that wants that championship, that wants to be able to make that payday and keep doing it. And the cool thing is that the viewers are the ones that are in control of who fights who.
But that's the problem. We always have been in control. In our era, when we called a fight and we wanted it, bro, then we get all the fights we wanted, of course. That was us. In this era, they silenced us. And what they did was they gave the fucking voice to the people that are yes men to them, that placate to their shit. That casual idea is the one. That's the problem. So, going back to my point, when motherfuckers like myself and others that I rock with that tell the truth, we're banned, we're silenced, because
Mike D just said it. The promoters wouldn't want the fans.
Yeah, because it goes against their agenda. As to,
Exactly. But they're
exactly,
man,
exactly.
I need to keep my mouth closed because this is an idea.
Yeah, but the thing is that we already have the power by our money. This is why I tell motherfuckers, look, if you're not satisfied with boxing, stop watching it. Don't pay attention to it, but don't watch it. Meaning, don't buy no pay-per-views. Cancel the subscription of the apps. Stop it. But no, motherfuckers will not do that. I let go of all my subscriptions, bro, and I stream everything. You know why? These motherfuckers haven't shown me. Now, when there's a good match, and I know that this motherfucker's been fighting that, this last card that happened, Burchelt, that was a good fucking fight. That's something worth putting your money in, and also the build up. And you know about these two gentlemen, but you know that these motherfuckers are peanut butter and cream cheese. You don't fuck with those. That should upset your whole stomach, right? So you don't fuck with these guys like that. So all you got to do is stop giving them money, take your apps off, cancel it, do your cancellations, and it shows them they're not happy with the product. Then they start with the questionnaires. So what would you like to see? The first question they'll ask you when you cancel your subscription, this is where your power comes. This is where your voice is heard. Why are you canceling? Was there a problem? Yes, I'm not happy with your boxing product. It is all false advertisement. I do not like it. Why do you think some of the fights that we've been asking for in this era have produced? Because of that. Motherfuckers paid attention, but then their assholes got all open. Oh yes. Oh, like Debbie Does Dallas, bro. Motherfuckers took the dick. As soon as they got what they wanted, they went right back subscribing again to the fuck. No, no. Make look like a bitch makes you fucking beg when you fuck up. That's what you got to do. You got to drag it out with these motherfuckers until they give us 2, 3, 4 fucking fights. Then be like, okay, if you keep it up like this, shows them. You keep it up like this, then you get our money. Then when they start seeing the subscriptions, they know to stay on that path. See, we are the ones that have to set these motherfuckers that if you're gonna use your greed, we don't mind you taking money and making millions, nigga, but give us something in return. I mean, when you go to a store, you buy a product because you like it and it brings you back. Now, all that shit with the customer service and that's extra shit. I don't really give a fuck about that. Motherfucker, we could fight, but if I like that product, I'm getting that product. And on the way out, I'm gonna fuck you your whole life. I don't give a shit. Right? We're gonna continue with that, but I got my product because I like it. It brought me back. Boxing used to be the same. It's not no more. It's sometimes. I hate this thing.
I think it could work. If you do it right, I think it can work. And yeah, they're going to be promoters that are going to be totally against it because you can't slide money this way.
Right.
That you said.
Right.
But this would give the viewer more control of what happens. But then, that, like I said, that would put the hunger in a lot of athletes' gut to want to fight more.
Right,
that's
but
part of the problem. There's not enough fights going on, and people are getting a reputation off of 2 fights. Get the fuck out of here.
Right, but you're absolutely correct. But you know what you got to do to motherfuckers in order to get to where you're saying, you've got to put a big scare. We're gonna have to put a hole in. We're gonna have to put a halt in boxing. We're gonna have to do that, and only how do you say? Only contribute to the sport with good fights. That's it. Every other fight, the PBC bullshits and anything. Even look, PBC has potential. They're not giving us good fights now by not going out of the stable. We're not collaborating with other fighters, right? That's the problem we have with these motherfuckers. They're holding the sport by doing that. You know what I'm saying? But what they have to do is they in order to get to where you're saying, we have to take away from the cash machine. We have to take our money back, hold our money, make these guys go broke a bit, put them in a panic, so when they can answer the questions, what are we doing wrong? That's the level we got to get them to do that. And the way you do it to the corporate machine is you take your money, you hold your funds, you do not contribute, do not buy product, nothing. Then they're like, wait a minute. What are we doing wrong here? Then they start paying attention. But these motherfuckers, they only pay attention. That's the only time they pay attention is when we halt. We have done this many times. Why do you continue to go back? It's not a formula. For them, they've turned it into a formula. It wasn't supposed to be a formula. You guys are supposed to halt, get 4 or 5 fucking fights out these motherfuckers, then give them a little bit. You know, like I said, like a woman, when we fuck up, and we have to make up, and in order to get in a good graces, she puts us through the highest fucking mountain, right? This is what we have to do to these motherfuckers in order to get to where my man Electrojet is talking about. We have to open their eyes and put them through a scare and empty their pockets in order for them to say, okay, I'm coming back to you. What do you need? What do you need from us in order for us to make it right? This, motherfucker. And all of them will come. The sanctioning bodies, the fucking promoters, the fighters. And I'm sorry, even though you're fighter, but like I said, most of us like fighters that are working. It's the ones that are not. So the ones that are working, we'll see our money. I'm not talking about that. It's the big fight.
You know, when I say these things, don't mind me. I'm just an old guy with
No. You're absolutely correct. What's up, Jason Bourne? You're absolutely correct, bro. These are look. I've been hitting these spots in the politics of boxing for years, bro. This is basically my platform. Like, I always expose this shit because people look. It's like hanging out with a guy that everybody's like, bro, what's wrong with this dude? Now, mind you, this dude, every time he goes out with you, he drinks, he acts out of order. He's usually getting arrested, fucking up your night, embarrassing you, never has money, right? But everybody's asking, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? But you're the only one. You're the only one that knows what's wrong with this guy, and you actually take one time, one night, because he did something very fucked up, Meanwhile, everybody just trying to treat it like a regular ass night. What's wrong with this nigga? We're coming out saying, motherfucker, this is what's wrong with you, bro. And I'm tired of it. You're this and that, and you're telling this motherfucker about himself to the point that you wake everybody else up now. And everybody else is like, oh shit. But everybody knew. It's just that you guys are fucking placating. That's what happens. You placate to the fighters, you placate to what they say. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. They put themselves on a high plateau, on a high fucking standard. You don't hold them to it. Then when you hear motherfuckers like us hold motherfuckers to the chill. You a racist. You hate Mexicans. Why? Because I said Canelo is a fucking gingerbread in the face ass nigga who don't like to fucking fight correctly and was ducking GGG at the time, bro. Was I lying? But I'm racist though. I don't like Mexicans though. Right? Because I'm talking about Deontay Wilder, because I talked about Andre Ward, because I talked about fighters at the time who were flopping. Because I talked about Errol Spence Jr. I'm a racist. I don't like blacks. Really, guys? And that goes for y'all too. Y'all been called out of your race because we're telling the truth, bro. Really? Okay. You like I said, like Leatherface, I'll wear that skin, but I'm gonna terrorize you. I'm gonna terrorize you. I'm coming after you in the skin you put me in. It's not gonna look pretty, son. It's not gonna look pretty because you painted me, and your death, meaning on here, and your whole reputation, it's gonna be a horrible one because the exposure. This is what's wrong with people on here. They think because they're loud, they think because they took facts that came from somebody on here and then they added on their little fucking bullshit formula and then they try to say half of what the other person is saying fully with what the fuck they're saying and it made no fucking sense. They think they got you. Then they come on here and try to rank on you and you rank on them better. Gotcha, right? But they haven't gotten shit. Then they continue. Oh, I slayed them. Oh, I'm gonna defend. And these motherfuckers haven't done anything. Meanwhile, when they look back, finally, they were laughing at you. This is why I don't give respect to motherfuckers unless they give me respect. As they come here, respect everybody that's here. They don't fuck up a channel. They don't fuck up a program like now. See, like this is a good informative program because I'm speaking life. Well, I'm speaking boxing first. And you notice how me and Electro Jed and everyone else in the chat have intertwined boxing with life. Funny, right? Funny. Sort of metaphoric, right? I mean, you got to think about it. Boxing is life. Boxing is fucking life. You've been hit in different ways in life. But what it did do is distort you, your way of thinking, the way you feel, knock the wind out of you. Some of y'all fell to your knees from, not being able to, not being able to believe it, or the pain, or the shock. But what do? We fight. We get up. What's our training? Our mistakes. What we go through every day. How we get better. That's our pedigree. What's our legacy? When we're in that fucking box, as soon as we're in that dirt, that first day that nobody sees us, that last day that they saw us in the box, what they speak of you, what you say, what you have done, how you laid your shit down is your legacy. The same thing with boxing. This is why these guys, when it's all said and done, they will be like someone laying in that box who were no good to people in life that surrounded them, which is us, and they treated them like shit, but they still paid them the respect enough to come there, but they got a lot of bad thoughts and a lot of bad things to say about this person. That's exactly how these guys' legacy is going to be in the future. Look at Andre Ward. A lot of you guys respect him. I half-wittedly respect him because I feel he left too early. I felt like he took a lot of shortcuts. He talked a lot of things. When he got injured, he never showed us anything of his injury. He just told us to mind our business. I mean, he treated us like shit. So when he speaks, yeah, he's got boxing knowledge, but he's not always right. I don't respect him like that. You know what I'm saying? He can't speak of experience because his experience is limited because he left so early. Tim Bradley had an injury he had to leave. And on top of that, he was very, very competitive. He fought one of the innovators and greats 3 times. So he gets respect. He gets listened to. This is what I mean. People got to understand, bro. This shit is retarded.
So I was muted for a little bit. My wife came in here and she was in pain, so I had to give her some pain meds.
It's all good, bro. It's all good. I was just, it's not really corruption. It's just greed, bro. It's greed, greed. Now, of course, there's the action of corruption because, of course, greed makes you do a lot of things to people. You might kill somebody because they got if you're that type of person, because they got a stash somewhere or something, and
There,
you want,
there, there's
you
a
know,
movie quote. I don't
yeah,
know if you remember the movie. It says, "Greed, for the lack of a better word, greed is good. Greed cuts through, clarifies, and captures the essence."
hmm.
You
I
know,
mean,
that was it was a movie that starred Charlie Sheen. He was a stockbroker, and it
oh,
was
Wall Street.
Wall
I think,
Street.
yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
Wall Street.
see, if you think about it, it does because you really see a person's true color with greed. You see their true nature because they can be, they can have greed too. Greed's just not good to have. There's nothing good about greed. Even if you're greedy enough to cut throat to want to feed people. The actions of you wanting to cut somebody's throat, not physically, but basically uh sabotage stuff to get ahead, just so you could continue to feed hungry people like Robin Hood, right? Robin Hood would still steal and give to the poor. The whole point is that it was no good because he stole from other people to give, regardless the other people were more fortunate, and he took from the fortunate to give to the less fortunate. The act of stealing, like, you understand what I'm saying? So greed, it can go both ways, like just like that. You can have enough greed to want to not take care of anything else but your wife,
Yeah, no,
right? No, but hold on. But while you're doing that, there are other things that you would be ignoring by doing that because you've revolved. You understand what I'm saying? That greed of you getting that satisfaction of her, turning around and telling you, "Oh, thank you, and you're so good, and I feel so much better." And hearing that good feedback is what drives you. So when you isolate yourself with just that, to feel that every day, it's like a person on drugs. The same thing, right? It's the action of doing something that's not very healthy, but it
the
seems
instant
like
accolades.
exactly. You know what I mean? It's crazy, bro. It's
No,
crazy.
I get you. The reason why I brought it up, right? The reason why I brought up the movie quote is it's a very accurate analogy, but you notice I didn't say corruption.
Right, right.
Corruption is not good for anyone. Corruption is straight up a cancer that needs to be cut out.
Well, I say it like this: corruption is a decision. You know what I mean? Corruption is a decision. You got to think about this now. You could choose to be corrupted. If somebody tells you, "Bro, you saw me kill somebody. I'll give you $12,000, bro. Please don't say nothing." And you're a police officer, right? Good circumstance, ain't it? Yeah. Now the police officer could take the $12,000, turn his head, and act like he's corrupted. He chose to be corrupted. People
Yeah,
choose to be like, nobody's born corrupted. Like, you know what I mean? Like corruption is a choice, bro. It's a choice. And people that choose to be corrupted, people, like people that like fighters that use performance enhancing drugs, they have corrupted themselves to cheat. So this is why they get no respect. We shouldn't look at them. They didn't care about their health. First of all, second of all, they didn't care about the person that's in front of them, their health. I mean, they're not thinking about their loved ones in case something happens to them. How they would be fucking. You put them in a whole different emotional state because of your stupidity. It's crazy. But excuse me, smoking that Mary Jane. But to be corrupted or corruption, it's a choice, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's a choice to be corrupted. Just like to be a rob, to just because you're poor, you can make a choice to either continue to push to get a job or just rob somebody or just which should corrupt you or or sell drugs, which will corrupt you too, because you're corrupting other people, corrupting their lives, and it's fucking it's fucking crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Big boys, I understand what you're saying, but I'm not speaking of drive. I'm talking of just greed. Like everything comes in twos. You have a left and a right. Right? So let's just say water. Water has its good benefits, but too much of it, right, has its bad benefits. Same thing with greed. You can have greed, but there's always positive greed and negative greed. But at the same time, greed being itself greed, the word greed, even if you're putting it like I gave the example to Electrojet, also like I did with Robin Hood, right? He also had greed. He also had greed. He had greed because he continued to rob from, mind you, robbing the riches from the rich to give to the poor. He was addicted to that. Greed is like an addiction. And when you do that, you lose all types of like morale. You would do anything to get that greed, to get the greed in. Like, okay, I fuck this. Now when you add a Y to it, what does that make you? Greedy. So this is what I'm saying. You can be greedy in a positive way, but being greedy, regardless, just the action of being greedy, just being greedy, it's a negative. So that's like a double negative. Greed is a double negative. Corruption is a corruption is a fucking choice, bro. You know what I'm saying? Corruption is a choice. Greed, that shit is nowhere near a choice. We're born greedy. You know what I'm saying? That's just like saying I'm not a liar. Everybody's a fucking liar, or has lied. You could have stopped lying now, but has lied. Everybody was born greedy. The only thing is that their greed, their addiction to greed, their addiction of getting it. What do you think a drug dealer gets caught? Why do you think they always get caught? Because they make it all this money. They start getting greedy, that greed, and what happens? They start losing all focus and sense because their mind is on looking at that stack of paper, looking at the stack of paper, just the greed of it growing and growing and growing, and then able to be, have access to do a lot of, like, you know what I'm saying? It's fucking nuts, bro. It's nuts. And yes, it is done by a drive, right? Not as much as corruption, but greed. It's an action, right? But you become greedy. But like I said, we're all greedy. Look, a baby's a perfect example, right? A baby, you see them in stages work out of their greed. When they're first born, all they want to do is eat. And if they don't eat and get what they want, right, what do? They terrorize you with screams and
they cry for
they start throwing stuff, right? So when you get older, that greed, let's translate it now and graduate it, turns into they set you up because you got millions of dollars. They want your shit, bro. Bro, they'll kill you, they'll set you up, they'll fucking do some insurance fraud to make sure that all that money goes into some type of other account, emptying yours out and giving it to them. Like, bro, there's a lot of shit, a treacherous shit, because of greed. Like, you know what I mean? Now, when people do that, they have chosen to be corrupted. You know what I mean? Because they got greedy. You know what I mean?
Well, I totally get what you're saying.
Henceforth, what Jason Bourne said. My man Jason Bourne in the comment. Our boy, our brother, right? So this is what I'm saying. Like, a lot of guys in boxing, that greed, it's a lot of greed. It's a lot of greed. Now, Bob Arum, yes, he was greedy, but at the same time, you notice how he's controlling his greed and he's telling other motherfuckers, don't be so greedy because you're going to lose. Right, exactly. There's a difference now. There's a difference. The only thing is that is because of the way he said it. Okay, so let's just say we're going out and you're wearing a fucking shirt and it does not look good on you, but everybody's scared to tell you. So I come out and I tell you, that shirt does not fucking look good on you, bro. I'm not letting you go out like that. It's up to you how you take that, right?
Exactly.
It's a constructive criticism. Just because of the way I said it doesn't mean that I'm not right. Doesn't mean that I'm not looking out for you. So when we criticize these fighters, like Deontay Wilder can't fight for shit, bro. He needs blase, he needs A, B, and C. We're saying what he needs. Just because we're saying he can't fight for shit, we're adding extra additives on it, doesn't mean that we're not trying to help him. Same thing with Canelo, same thing with all these other fucking fighters. This fucking greed though. These guys are not looking at, bro. When people look back at your career, if they want to do highlights of your career, it'll only be a 5 minute, if that, highlight reel. You look at the legends though, the motherfuckers is like an hour. The shortest one I seen was like 45 minutes. So it just gets to a point. You know what I'm saying, guys? It gets to a point, man. You know, my man Jason says, sounds like Wall Street, Manhattan. Yeah, no doubt. Andre Rodriguez says, greed is fed by decisions, yep, that drive one to the ultimate goal, but it exists before the option is available to one. So I'm saying, like I said, a police officer just witnessed a murder. He has a choice. Take the bribe or serve justice. He takes the bribe. He has made the decision to be corrupted. You know what I mean? You know, but it's all good though, you know? And so when it comes to these things where you see certain testing agencies lowering uh levels for certain fighters and propagandas, when you
What
see,
do you mean by lowering the levels?
well, you got a fighter that tested high on certain levels of a performance enhancing agent, and they suspended him, went through the motions, then all of a sudden when he came back, they fucking lowered the levels from his tests, his levels of what he scored, because they were very high from what he took. And they lowered it in order to make him fit, in order to pardon him, to make it seem like he didn't take anything. You know what I mean?
Oh, I get you. I get you. So they're rigging the numbers.
Exactly. Just to fit that one fighter. You know what I'm saying? Just to fit that fighter, just to fit the agenda. And it is what it is, man. It is what it is, and I say it like this. I say it like this. When you speak the sport of boxing, and it's always been like this. And before I made the decision that first time to come on here, I said to myself, I'm not gonna waste nobody's time. I've got to tell them the truth. I've got to catch myself and make sure that I am not corrupted in any way. The moment I feel somebody is trying to pull me into something, and I never knew that something would try to be like the Ludabaka, aka the LDBC.
I love the way you do it.
You know what I mean? And other factions that try to pull me in and shit, and I'm just like, nah, because like, I'm a leader, not a follower. Like, people gotta understand. Now you can't call me a scumbag. Motherfuckers can't come on here and call me a scumbag, a bitch, a pussy, or that, because I just called you out because you're following other people. If that's your forte, enough respect to you. But when I say it's not for me, and I say it nicely like this, I'm still a fucking racist, dickhead, motherfucker. No doubt, no doubt. But now, when I defend myself with fuck yous and all types of swords, you don't like it. So, respect. Because I have respected a lot of fucking egotistical niggas on here that are really trash, but I'm keeping distance. One, number two, I'm giving y'all respect by staying away, and you're staying away from me, and we keep it peace, no doubt. Want to say what up? I'll say what up. Cordial shit, no doubt. Let's keep it that way.
Hey, does Johnny come in here anymore?
Yeah, he does. He's probably busy right now or something. You know what I mean? He's probably. Another thing I want to say is, look, two hands and Johnny got beef right now.
Oh, he has beef? I didn't know he had beef.
Yeah, YouTube beef. It's between these two guys. I respect both of them. You know what I'm saying? you know, people have to understand as subscribers, and I repeat because I'm one myself when it comes to these two guys, and as at the same time I'm an uploading brother along with them, so a senior at that. But as a subscriber and to the subscribers, listen, man. And when I say this, I'm gonna say this in the nicest way possible, and the way I say it, please don't take it into insult, but that's just the way I am. When it comes to shit like this, don't choose sides, man. Mind your fucking business.
Oh man, that's the fucking golden rule there, man.
You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers is making videos. Motherfucker, oh, he racist. Oh, he this, that. Listen. Mind your fucking business. Because, first of all, the subject between these two gentlemen had nothing to do with race. It had to do with boxing. And for some fucking narrow-minded reason, it turned into a race thing. Right? Well, I say this. Before experience, one of the gentlemen that's being called racist, I am Cherokee Indian Puerto Rican. I look black. I have his number. Don't you think he wouldn't be hanging with me? Number two, I'm not choosing sides. I never choose sides. I walk my own fucking path. I am a Jedi Master, and I get along with everyone. This is why you must mind your business when it comes to beefs. I'm glad that none of the uploaders, the two gentlemen that have beef, have told either the subscribers or the uploaders to choose a side. I'm glad none of them have done that, because if you decide to do that, that's where you lose me. At the same time, you will lose others. At the same time, exposing yourself to something as to, propaganda and just not really talking boxing.
Can
If
I
you
add to
do,
that?
yeah, go ahead, brother.
This is how I take it. All right, you got to stay in your lane. When you got two friends that don't get along, all right, you can't pick a side.
Right.
You can't pick a side for this one reason only. If just for this one reason. Because if those two friends end up squashing their beef, both of them are going to remember if you picked a side or not.
Exactly. And even if they don't talk after or whatever, they stay on the beef shit, whatever. Nobody instigate or egg it on, make videos capturing one of the gentlemen saying something, as to, because you guys use the same N word, right? But you like to add the er when you're blasting it at somebody or trying to expose somebody for no reason. You call it exposing, but I call it just pointing a finger. But you guys like to do that shit and put it in your narrative, right? You add the er with the N word, right? When the person's really using it like an A, like you guys do. But when it comes to your narrative, you want to paint that person with it, and you guys are playing a dangerous fucking game.
Yeah,
You guys
yeah.
could get
Don't fall for that.
you guys could get a certain individual killed, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When you do shit, it's like putting a marker on somebody.
No,
Like,
the only reason I asked is because I haven't seen him in a while, and I'm subscribed to him. But maybe it's because I get on at the wrong time of day.
well, yeah, Johnny's like that. He comes on once in a while or whatever. But
I
two
just
hands.
wanted
But two hands is my man. Johnny's my man. It's a sad thing that they can't chill because like I said, two hands would be surprised, and Johnny would be surprised if they were, you know what I'm saying, talking. And I, for one, hope that in the future, these two guys, and this is all I'm gonna speak on it because it's really none of my business, but I really do hope that both of these guys can you know can stop listening to other people and just handle it themselves behind the scenes, switch the numbers, and just talk because
yeah,
they're
that's
both
what I
good.
do it.
Yeah, because they're both good channels. You know what I'm saying? They're both good people. You know what I mean? It's just they both have angst in life. You could tell they both have angst, a certain angst on something in life, not against each other, but they both have drive, strive, and angst. And whatever it is, hey, that's them, and I accept them for who they are. Now, this would also insult my intelligence to the instigators, not the uploaders, not the two gentlemen, but the instigators. When you put me in this position to choose, you fucking instigators, or you start calling other, that you are insulting other people, calling them racist and doing shit like that. How are we supposed to even listen to what the fuck you trying to get through to us, bro? Because we're not following your agenda. Think about this now, you fucking imbeciles. And I don't give a fuck who you are when you do this shit. Because you know that these guys are at the highest level of testosterone. They both, got animosity. You guys are gonna come in and egg shit on like, oh yeah, he said this. Oh look, take a look at this video. Stop it.
Oh
Stop it.
no, too many people are that way. They want to see the drama because they want to be entertained, but they don't understand that that's for real sometimes. And
Yeah,
you can't feed into that shit, and don't wish it upon anyone either. You know, I know everybody wants to see some level of drama because it might be entertaining, but you got to remember those are lives. Those are real people on the other side of that screen with real feelings. You know,
yeah,
and if they're trying to work something out, or somebody has a fucking issue with something, it's like they don't feed into it to make it even worse.
yeah,
You know, if
yeah.
anything, give some good solid advice, but don't go spreading the hate around. Fuck that.
Exactly. And how does this apply to boxing? Well, simple. You don't go around giving motherfucker accolades, lying, and bearing false witness to the next boxer, thy brother, taking away from his accolades like these fucking leather motherfuckers are doing. When they fucking, oh, Wilder is better than Joshua and Fury, when Fury already proved it, and Joshua proved it by fighting other people and more tougher opponents and more top tens than him in his own fucking era, right? Meanwhile, he held that fucking WBC bullshit for the longest, and it's bullshit now, but now was it before? So everything that we have said talking in life applies to boxing. Everything we talk in boxing applies to life, vice versa. It's a you know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's a scale. It's a scale. And you can even it out, but it's hard to do that if you don't know the truth, if you don't tell the truth. If you don't dress yourself with the truth, then you live in a lie, son. You live in a lie. Like I'm not one that's gonna come out here and tell the truth, and then you find out in my private life I did exactly what I'm speaking. Fuck no. You know why? Number one, when we were children, we learned from that. If you lie, you get exposed. You look like a fucking and you feel like a fucking benko. So a benko is a stupid motherfucker. So now that you're an adult, you're gonna continue to do that. Where do you gain your trust? As you're an adult, there are responsibilities that lead to people trusting you, that lead to people that trust you, where you're gonna have to depend on them one day in your life because everybody depends on somebody when they need them. You know what I'm saying? That's where the trust factor comes in. If you're gonna continue to act this way and lie and not hold yourself accountable, this goes in the sport of boxing as well. If you're gonna continue to lie to fight fans and say that you're this and that and you're better, but you haven't proven it, but you're just talking it, you're lying.
There'll come a point where you start believing your own lies.
And these fighters these days believe in their own fucking lies. I mean,
The
look,
first person I think of is Thurman.
now
Don't
look,
ask me why, but
think
that's
about no, you're right. You're right. Think about this. Think about this. How many fighters over there have called themselves pound for pound and they have not been proven? Think about this. At least in our era, when we had a pound for pound, everybody agreed. Everybody had the same fighters on the pound for pound. Think about this. Why? Because motherfuckers were fighting. Boxing was right. Now, motherfuckers got different pound for pounds. They might have the same fighter in a different level. Like one guy might have number one, and then another guy might have him number two. Then the next guy might have him three, but it's not going lower than that. And then they'll do it with other people. But the whole point is, in our era, the guy we had number one is the same guy everybody had number one. It was in unison. Here it's not like that. It's fucking trash. It's trash, bro. So, like I said, everything we're applying to life applies to boxing. Everything we're applying to boxing applies to life. I just gave you all, me and Jed just gave you all of the examples. So these fighters are, yes, living life, yes, doing what they love, yes, fighting, but at the same time, they're dressing it up, forcing you, making you look at things and making you say, but it's a business. But they're warriors. They go in there and they risk their lives. Only some are doing it. Now, when Miguel Burchelt got knocked the fuck out, and Valdez was in there doing it, and now before that happened, these guys were tearing each other apart. And other fights that we've seen like that, hard warriors, real warriors, you can't say that all around wholeheartedly because guys from PBC do not fight like this. See what I'm saying? So they are programming you to believe, and you say these things verbatim. It's like they sit you in front of a television and you watch it for hours, and then they come in the room, they untie you, they tell you, this is who you are. And you're like, yes, this is who I am. This is what you're going to do today. Yes, this is what I'm going to do today. Then you go out there and you're saying whatever the fuck you was programmed to say. That's exactly what they have done to all you fucking casuals, all you guys that give these fucking scapegoats as to boxing is a business. These guys are better than the guys in the grid. I mean, everything that's not the norm, everything that does not make sense, everything that you know is a fucking lie, this is what they've done to you. This is what they've fucking done to you. And this is why real people, real boxing aficionados, and us from back then, and guys that talk boxing and know the boxing, and peace to Mini Max, even Mini Max, who's from this era but has taken the time to do his homework. When he gets on the panel with boxing aficionados, he is the youngest boxing aficionado. So you gotta, Lisa Bales, first lady of boxing talk, call her one too, because she surrounds herself with people that are knowledgeable, right? This is what I'm saying. So when you take a look at these fighters and they're lying to you, you should have the force. You should know this guy's bullshitting. This ain't gonna be done. Every time we are right. Every time.
I actually come here to learn what's going on with nowadays boxing because I know that you do your homework. And a
Yeah.
lot of the people that are on your panel, I'm the first to admit I don't know what the latest boxing crazes and who's popular. I just know from I only comment on people that I've seen for myself and what I have an impression of. But I come here to hear Jay and to hear what he got to say, to hear what his very, very knowledgeable panel has to say. And then I go research and I say, oh man, they hit the nail on the head with that. Which is something I appreciate, Jay.
Thank
Just
you,
really
brother.
understand that.
Well done. I appreciate that feedback. I appreciate that we're able to, help you and educate you. Other guys that have been up here too. And even guys in the panel. Like when you look into the comment section, bro. Like here especially, you will only see comments where guys are talking into the history of the sport. Guys are giving you examples. Guys are giving you record breakdowns. Guys are like it's fucking amazing. And this is why the playback posse, when they miss these lives, they get upset. But then that whole feeling of being upset goes away when they catch the playback. Now I may look like a small channel, but like I said earlier on this live, channels like myself, Rosclaw 222 Boxer, we have had over 300,000 subscribers and shit like that. The problem here is a lot of them subscribe, and as soon as we tell the truth about their fighters and they unsubscribe with this, with that. They never come back. Another person comes on. This is what's been going on, and especially if you got consecutive years going into 9, 10 years. Like think about it. We've been on here for a minute, so we have had. So when you look at my 2,000 something subscribers, right? Notice all of y'all are fucking quality, not quantity. That means that all of you guys, and I say this mostly all the time on my lives, all of you guys, even the new guys that have subscribed, you're knowledgeable. You have boxing knowledge. You don't take shit in the ass. You don't get upset. You tell the truth. Once you tell the truth, everything is comfortable. Nothing bothers you. There is no angst. There is no animosity. There is nothing for you to fucking get, and how do you say, guard up at. You know what I'm saying? There's no need for you to be all, guard, defensive. You would be more submissive to the truth. If a dude is telling the truth, a female's telling the truth, okay, no doubt. You're right. Holy shit, my bad. It's easy. It's easy. It makes you more of a man. And if you're a woman, it makes you more of a woman. What's wrong with that? It's holding yourself accountable. That's how you're supposed to be. That's how you dress yourself with the truth. Not being a fucking sucker and and fucking argue with somebody knowing, or argue with people knowing you're wrong about something. That's like you're the only asshole in the room full of fucking 20 people, you including, 19 people are saying that fucking picture is fucking blue. You're the only moron because you are argumentative. You don't like to be wrong. Here it comes. Here it comes. No, it's not. It's not fucking blue. It's not blue. It's red. Everybody's like, bro, you're going against 19 people. You're the only one. You're the 20th. You're the only one. Same thing applies in boxing. We telling these fighters and these promoters, bro, what you're selling us, this shit is fucking, it's blue. And they're the only fucking idiots, along with the fucking casuals and these non-fucking knowledgeable fucking fans, arguing with us saying, no, it's red. It's boxing. And everybody that outnumbers them are like, what are you talking about, bro? Are you colorblind in life? With that situation. In boxing, bro, do you not know about boxing? See how it all intertwines? This is what I'm saying, bro. Boxing is life. Life is boxing, bro. No matter how the fuck you put it.
Okay, so
yeah.
Who is Pacquiao going to fight? Honestly,
I have no idea, but I hope it's going to be Terrence Crawford. If it's not Terrence Crawford, you know what I'm saying? I hope it's if it's somebody that's gonna, that has pedigree. I don't want nobody from PBC. He already said no to Errol Spence Jr. He said Errol Spence Jr. is too slow. That means that he said it in a nice way, I'll beat the shit out you. Right? So, and that's true. Manny Pacquiao is too fast. None of these guys listen. I was the first and only one to say this. I was right about the Keith Thurman fight. I was right about the fucking Vargas fight. I was right about everybody, even the Jeff Horn fight. I came out and said it looks kind of funny. And Pacquiao's gonna win. We all agree Pacquiao won, but they robbed him. That's where the kind of funny came from. So Pacquiao has seen all of these guys' fight styles, bro. He's seen all of these guys' fight style. The only guy, the only fighter, the only man, the only young man that has enough to fucking not school Pacquiao, enough to give him problems as to resetting and thinking, and is Terrence Bud Crawford. Not because I like him. And it's definitely not because he's Spanish. So the racial shit goes out the window. It's because he's ambidextrous. Terrence Crawford is a special fighter. So when people say Terrence Crawford has a whack resume, think again. You know why you got to think again? Ask yourself this question if you want to compare him to Errol Spence Jr. Who has he fought? I'm not him. Who has these guys in PBC actually fought? And if you're going to say, well, Errol Spence Jr. fought Sean Porter. Listen. Who have they fought? Exactly. Now, when you take a look at the guys that Terrence Bud Crawford fought.
Do you think Crawford's the only one that can possibly...
Yeah.
Yes. You think Crawford's the only one that has a chance to fight him?
Yep. Think about it. And I'm going to give you this. Crawford's been through what? Now 3 divisions. Right? Manny Pacquiao's been in 8. He's 5 off of Manny Pacquiao. When you go through different divisions, bro, and you close a division, you've seen styles. That's important. Because Manny Pacquiao's, he's got many styles in his style. He can be flat-footed. He can be on his toes. He can fight going backwards, right? Same thing with Terrence Crawford. See? The thing is that Manny Pacquiao has more of a ring generalship because of the style that he's seen during the other 5 fucking divisions, right? As you look at Terrence Bud Crawford, where he closed one, and now and he was half unified in one before the one he closed, that became fully unified, and then here at 147, where he gained the strap, he's beating the shit out of the one that fought the Grandmaster, right? Now, when I was the only one to say Manny Pacquiao was gonna fucking embarrass Keith Thurman. I was cool with an uploader named Zone 6 and fucking get the smoke. I had debated him. I was completely right. Everything that I said in that debate on Rafael Dawkins, piece of Rafael Dawkins Combat Radio. Once I said that shit, son, on his channel, bro, I was right. I debated both of them. I beat him. Mark was the and then I went over to my channel. Mark was the moderator, right? Everything I said on that in that debate on that live came to fruition. Pacquiao knocked him down. Pacquiao boxed him, right? These guys, they felt stupid. They have angst to this day. It's like I'm whatever, you know. So you gotta understand, man. Crawford's the only one because of that. Now, when you look at Aerospace Jr., Danny Garcia, Sean Porter, Adrian Broner, and other motherfuckers there, what have they done? What have they fought, really? If you really want to talk about who Terrence Crawford fought, take a look at who the fuck they fought. What? Each other? Okay, this is exactly my point. Are they enough to say they're elite? But meanwhile, you have Terrence Buck Crawford, who is elite, has done more than them in the sport of boxing, is at 147, got a strap after both motherfuckers at the time who had a strap, Keith Thurman and Errol Spence Jr. They told him exactly what they told each other. Get a strap and we'll fight. They told Terrence Buck Crawford, both of them, get a strap and we'll fight. Terrence Buck Crawford got a strap, made a statement, knocked out the man, stopped the man that supposedly beat Manny Pacquiao. Beat the shit out of him. Everybody thought that, fucking what the fuck is his name? Jeff Horn. Jeff Horn is a fucking goat and he's great and he beat Pacquiao. Bullshit. My man UFC, he had this motherfucker. He had Pacquiao in a fucking rear naked chokehold. He had him in a guillotine, son. This nigga was giving him fucking little elbows and fucking thumbs in the eye, son. Headbutts. You know what I'm saying? Komoras, nigga. Like, come on, son. So it came to a point now that now when you look at Manny Pacquiao and you look at Terrence Bud Crawford, those are the two major threats at 147. I respect Errol Spence Jr. for what he's done so far for himself and what he's done for his promotions. But his resume is shit.
Garcia wants a piece?
I'm sorry?
Do you think Garcia wants a piece of him?
None of them dudes want a piece of him. If they wanted that, he wouldn't have such a hard time trying to find the fight. These guys wouldn't claim they have a hard time trying to find the fight. See, look, Terrence Bud Crawford, he'll take whatever's given to him as long as he got that body on his record, right? And then you got these guys who say that they want your body on their record, but you got to pay for that. You know what I'm saying? So another reason why people don't understand why Manny Pacquiao is solidified and continues to reign supreme like he does is because these guys are not. Look, when I say these guys need to fight each other 2 or 3 times and go out and collaborate with other promotions and actually stick to the rankings, because the rankings consist of other fighters from different promotions, right? Because they got straps or whatever, or if they was contending for straps or whatever. But no, they want to keep the shit in house. This is what I'm saying. Like that's very important for these kids to go out and.
Did you see what Steven fucking put down? Fury was flicking with the glove. That means Wilder got bitch slapped to death.
Yeah, hell yeah, no doubt. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. But like I said, man, these kids gotta fight each other even more. And if not fighting each other, like I said, in order to gain that pedigree, in order for them to be solidified and be hard, bro. Like, you know, these guys want it's like look, it's like, and I'm gonna tell you exactly the mind of a fighter in this era. Tell me if I'm wrong, guys. Tell me if I'm wrong. If I'm right, you can tell me that too. You have these fighters asking for so much money and demanding so much money because they know they are not as talented, they can get hurt, and they need something to fall back on. This is how they're treating every fight. Am I wrong? This is what it looks like to us. It's what it looks like to me, at least.
That's what we've been talking about the whole night.
No. I mean, this point exactly. Like, these guys are acting like every fight they gotta ask for high money because they're not sure of themselves. They don't know if they're gonna fucking make it to the next one. Right? Right? This is how they're doing. Right? And then at the same time, they use that price. If you want to call it a duck, if you want to if yeah, if they want to call it a duck, you can call it a duck. But they use those fights to not make fights. You know? Because they know the guy's a threat, or they know that they're gonna have a hard day at the office. A lot of these guys don't want to work hard, bro. Look, when Tank Davis was fighting Leo Santa Cruz did not look gassed. Tank Davis looked frustrated and gassed. He looked like he just wanted to leave and party. He just wanted to leave and chill. He looked like he wanted to throw a couple of punches and he wanted to leave. This is what these guys. This is how these guys are fighting. Look, that night that Adrian Broner fought Marcos Maidana, Adrian Broner came in partying, was warming up like a fucking idiot the wrong way backstage, dancing and all that. Not taking the fight serious, not being focused. Because his mind was on partying after the fight. Because he thought that Marcus Maidana was going to be easy work and he was going to get past him and he'll be able to go back to the party life. Now, Jay, how is it that you're saying this about Adrian Broner? Well, we all know about Billions. You can find it here on YouTube, where he went before that fight led up, and even after the fight, all the money he would make would be on strippers. He even ate a stripper out that he don't. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Wasting money, rapping and doing all this other bullshit, business ventures. If you're okay, no doubt, but it didn't get him anywhere now because he's not. So, not talking bad about the fella, but it's just the don't do's, right? So, this is what you see. This is what you see. You see these guys just coming out here on some lying shit. And you fight fans that are going to continue to lie and placate, when we call you out, when we tell you we know what the fuck you're doing, when we tell you you ain't shit for saying that or doing this, don't get mad at us. Don't call us out our race. What you should do is humble yourself and don't even say nothing back. We're not looking for it. Well, we are trying to quiet down that bullshit. You got anything you want to say, Electric Jet, before we go?
No, man, pretty much covered it. I'm glad that I got that little bit of information to you about what I did earlier. I want to say it's been fun talking with you. Always, you know that always the case. And to everyone in chat, thanks for putting up with an old guy that doesn't know about modern day boxing. But ask me a question about the old shit, and even Jay will tell you I know my shit. But
Oh
but
yeah, definitely,
I just
baby,
want to say,
definitely, bro.
but I want to say thank you for letting me be on the panel, and it's just I just like talking with you guys. You know.
Oh, same here, bro. Bro, we love you, bro. You're a brother, man. You're part of this for the fucking movement. Hashtag come back to boxing, man. Everybody knows what it is. You come here, you come back to boxing, you come back to reality. Just you and the sport, baby. That's how we do it, man. What's up, Wizard Sleep? Thank you for joining, and you're absolutely right. The Torquinator was pillow punched half to death, no doubt. Otherwise than that, I hope you guys had a good time here tonight on the Insight. What the fuck did I call it? Yeah, the Remember the Time Wilder Lost edition. You know what I mean? If you missed the beginning's a trip. You'll laugh. So just rewind it, and you're gonna see some funny shit because I went in on Wilder. Um, and like I said, instigators stay out of Two Hands and Johnny's beefs. You know what I'm saying? Just let them if they're
Yeah,
gonna.
you know what? I didn't even know he had beef. I shouldn't even. I was just asking.
No, 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 no. It was good because that was something I needed to address too, because because of the instigators. You know what I mean? As to them having beef, none of my business, none of y'all's. That's
Yeah,
between
no,
them. You know what I'm saying? Let them hash it out. Let them do whatever they're gonna do. But we do have a right to be entertained. So if Two Hands makes videos, if Johnny makes videos getting at each other, we can entertain. You know what I'm saying? If you want to comment, ha ha he, no doubt. But please let's not instigate. Otherwise than that, I'm your boy, Jay Cotto, telling the truth within life, the sport of boxing, Star Wars, and every fucking community you know. Along with Electro Jed signing off.
Oh yeah, Jay.
Yeah,
When you check, when you get a chance, go to my channel, check out my newest video. It's another reaction.
no doubt. Everybody go check out Electrojet as well, man. Go check out his channel. He's a fellow brother of this community, no doubt. X-Tick, what's up, X-Tick? Welcome, my brother. You know what I mean? Otherwise than that, God bless, stay vigilant, and remember, gain knowledge in order to become wiser.
All
Peace,
right.
fellas.
I'll see
Peace,
you later,
brother.
brother.
No doubt, brother. God bless. Thank you for being here, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you. And God bless you too.
You too, my brother.